Well, today we're going to do some suspension tuning. You saw the previous video and yeah, it tumbled a lot. It grip rolled a lot and everything. So we're going to change a little bit on the suspension. Maybe that helps, maybe not. We'll see. We only have to try it out. In the book, they say 1000 in the front and 1000 in the rear. So we're going to change that. So this is normally factory in there. And we're going to change that in the rear. 500, this one, and in the front 600. I'm going to show you how I do it for the front and the rear. I'm not going to show you anymore. When I start doing this, I always clean this very well. You don't want sand to get in there and damage your O-rings. So let's clean this up.
Later.
This is as clean as it can be. You take the shock off like this. You see there's always sand coming out of this. So clean it while you dismantle it. Then you need a jar to put your old oil in. And then you open this up. If you can't get it open like this, put something in there and then turn on it like that. And you can hear the sand. So there is always some sand between there. There's a bladder in there. This is how the oil sits. Very well filled from factory. Put it in a jar and let it drip. You can move up and down to speed the process. It doesn't have to be squeaky clean because you're going to fill it with other oil in there. So when you start doing chalk oil, everything gets messy. So remember that. Now we need to fill this up. I use an empty bottle like that. Now you put the 600 in there because it's the front ones. And you fill it up. Oh. Pushed a little too hard here. Stupid me.
And don't forget to click subscribe and like.
Smash that like button.
Almost at the edge, and now you move with it. So let the bubbles get out. I hope you can see the bubbles. No, there's not much bubbles in there today. Lucky me. And then you let it sit for like 5 minutes or so. So let the bubbles get out.
5 minutes later.
When the 5 minutes are over, you screw this on like half. 50%. And you're going to see there's already going to be oil coming out. That's not so good. That's not bad. That's good. See, there's a little oil coming out. Now you take this thing off. And you slowly push this one up and tighten this one. So there's oil coming out. So it's going to be a messy thing here. So the air, you're going to push the air out, see? And the oil comes out, see? This is all what's too much in there. And now you turn it on. That's it. And like I said, it's messy. So this has changed. Does it feel different? Yeah, it feels a bit different, but we're going to find out when we drive it. While working on the truck, I noticed that my center diff was leaking. I'm gonna check if the screws are tight, or maybe there's something else going on. I don't know. Let's check it out. Yeah, they were a little loose, so I'm going to open it and then check if there's enough fluid in there. If not, refill it and then close it again and clean it up a bit. There's still oil in there, but it could be a little bit more. Luckily, the holes aren't filled with oil, so that's good. They were Loctited, but maybe not fastened enough, so I'm gonna clean the screws and put some more oil in there. I'm gonna let it sit for a couple of minutes and then check it again. So I filled it back up, and now we're going to close it, put some Loctite on the screws. I also 3D printed a holder for the fan on here. So we're going to mount that on there too. This cable is going to be too short, so I'm gonna cut it here and lengthen it. So that's also done. The only thing I hate about these cars is that you have to get everything out over here to get this thing in there. So that's kind of stupid because you have to put it underneath there, up and then down. So we have to loosen some stuff, but it is what it is. You saw how I drove in the sand, and look what's all in there. That's a lot. So that's not good. So we're gonna get that sand out of there. Let's vacuum it all out and see what we can do about it. Yeah, the sand can get in on 3 ways. Through this hole, through the tiny hole from the antenna, or underneath this. But I think this hole gets all the sand in there. That's my opinion. I'm going to close this with the glue gun, and yeah, we'll see if it helps. This thing, we're going to put a cap on there, glue it so it doesn't come off. So close it up. It's not completely closed, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to do it like this and see if it helps or not. I'm also going to vent these tires. Some say you must not do it, but you can see if you tape it, sand gets in there anyhow because the screw touches the wheel. The screw is a little too long here, in my opinion. Let me see in the other wheel. It hasn't touched over there, but see, the tape is gone and the sand gets in there, and that's going to kill your foams. So we're going to vent them. Nice hole. And then on the other side. That's it. Now let's see if there is already sand in there. And you can see, look, there is already sand in these tires. Look. Look what comes out of there. So that's not good. I'm gonna see if I can find a shorter screw for here, because I don't like that. You can see now the screw sit flush. This is the screw that's in the car. That's an M3 by 26, and I replaced it by an M3 by 24. A friend of mine, Rotec, also from the Team Corally forum, designed these for his Spark, and because these are Spark arms, yeah, they fit. That's cool. I'll put a link down below where you can find these. Shiroi time. It's a Bolt battery in there. It's a 6S. I think it's a high voltage, and it's an 8500 milliamp in there. So you saw the changes I did. I don't know how it's going to drive here, so let's see. Let's start slow. This thing goes, man. Yeah, it lifts. It still lifts. So that's not so good. But you can see how it soaks up the bumps. So I'm pretty pleased with the soaking from the bumps. Yeah, it starts to. Ooh. This holes, man. There's a big hole there. These tires grip a lot, man. These mud claws. Whoa. There was a hole. I think some little adjustments. Now you can go full open. I just made it with the brakes. So this is more like it. This is more like it. Yeah, the grass is wet, that's it, but it's more controllable now with the other chock oil in there. And maybe when we lower it a bit, it's going to be a hell of a truck. So that's each's driving style, of course. Let's see how it handles the rocks over there. I have no gyro on. Man, this thing, I can feel rocks until here, man. Whoa, a lot of rocks in my face. This is not a car to stand when there are rocks. Whoa, big helicopters. This thing is huge helicopters. Army or something. Let's see how it jumps now. It's not a jump truck, but... Oh man, that was nice. That was real nice. Let's do it again. Woo! Man, it floats in the air. Look, it's a little parachuting. You can see it going up. So high jumps, very high jumps. Then you have the parachuting stuff going on with the body. But like I already mentioned, oh, this is a short course. You can jump with it, but you're going to mess it up. This is really for driving on a track. Or hauling it like this. Full beans. Woo. Full beans. Man, this goes. Full beans. Woo. Luckily I know where I am, because otherwise it would be in the bushes there. Yeah, I think lowering the droop screws, yeah, lowering it a bit, like that it was sitting like this. And then I think everything is going to be okay with this car. A little bit lower, like so. See? What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments. And if you have a SHIROI, what did you do? Or do you want to buy a SHIROI? Oh, lucky. Whoa. Almost. I'm telling you, one day I'm gonna drive myself into the hospital. Did you see that? Let's try that again. And I have no gyro on, no gyro. I can put gyro on, but I prefer not to do that. This thing is a tank. Team Corally. Okay, there's something wrong with the body, I think. What's wrong? It's sitting high, no? Nah. Like I mentioned, Team Corally, they made a tank. And I haven't played with the diffs, nothing. Only the shocks. The ride height, maybe we can change that a bit. Or we can change droop. What do you think we should do, guys? Change droop or ride height? I'm going to run it over there on the pavement. Maybe I can get full throttle now. I don't know. It's still 13 tooth on there. I haven't changed that. Woo! Too soon, too soon. And there's a lot of debris on the pavement, so Full throttle. Ooh, big rock, big rock. And it's not the car that I mean. It was full throttle. I made it. So guys, do what you do what I did. Have to ease it up, man. Ease it up. Woo. Yeah, it starts to drift. It starts to drift. But I did it once. Whoop, whoop. Whoa, whoa, rocks. Don't stand behind this thing. It spits up rocks a lot. Whoa, oh, what's that? What's that? Oh man, look at this, guys. Look at this. Holy crap, look at what this was sitting in there. Yeah, now it works. Stones, man. It wanted to lift again. Yeah, I really like it now. I like it a lot better. It was good in the beginning, but but now it's even better. And we're going to change couple of things. Let me know what you would change. I think I'm going to change a little on the droop, like I already mentioned. Or should I try the ride height? What do you guys think? The SHIROI, it performed better, in my opinion. I think we have to lower it a bit on this side like this. And then it's going to be awesome. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think about driving it and stuff.